This puppy was abandoned at the airport, but his owner's goodbye note will make you cry. Leaving our beloved animals at home for the day can be challenging enough, so the idea of having to abandon them is unfathomable to many. However, one woman found herself in a situation where she had no other option. When a tiny puppy was discovered at an airport, it stunned onlookers, but it was the accompanying note that truly shattered hearts. Brace yourself, as this story is bound to evoke tears. When one woman went to the bathroom before her flight out of McCarran Airport in Las Vegas, she never expected what she would find. The woman went into one of the stalls, but she kept hearing small moaning sounds. At first, she thought it was a mother with a small baby, but when she came out, she realized that she was alone in the bathroom. No other stalls were occupied. What could be making the noise? All sorts of wild thoughts went through her mind. She pushed open the door of the stall where the noise was coming from. She couldn't believe her eyes. In a corner, shivering and shaking, lay a small puppy. As the woman spoke to him, she got closer and he licked her fingers. Seeing that he was friendly, she picked him up and cuddled him close. He put his little head on her neck and snuggled in. His little body stopped shaking after a while, and when she read the note tied to him, she couldn't stop the tears from rolling down her face. But she was going away for work, and her flight was almost boarding. As much as she would love to have kept this little boy safe in her arms, she had to get on that plane. The lady took the pup, which according to the note, was called Chewy, and took him to airport security to be cared for. They had never heard of a puppy being abandoned at the airport, but after reading the note, they knew that they needed to get Chewy the best care that they could possibly give him. They called Connor and Millie's dog rescue, and when they heard the story, they were happy to help. They didn't want to leave the little baby scared in a shelter and immediately organized a foster mom to take him in. Looking at the bump on his head and the letter, they took him to a vet ER to make sure that he was doing okay and had no serious injuries. Then the foster woman took him home, where the little cutie could be showered with all of the love he deserved. The love his first human parent would have loved to give him. She didn't stop there. The next day, she also took him to get a complete vet check to ensure that he was completely healthy and happy. He had a hard start, but now he would get everything that he deserved and live a really happy life. The rescue posted the story on their Facebook page along with a super cute video of the 3-month-old Chihuahua playing with a toy and giving an update that he was doing great. They wanted his previous owner to know that he had been found and was safe, and since the story went viral, it's likely that it did reach her wherever she was. But there were a lot of people who didn't understand how anyone could have left a little dog all alone. Looking at that adorable little face, you just know that it was a heart-wrenching decision. It would only be later when people got to read the letter that they would start to understand. Chewy was allowed to stay in foster care for a few months. He was loved, and there were a lot of people who were dying to get updates about his rescue. Many people were touched by his story and obviously by his sweet face. Many asked to adopt him, but the rescue was in no hurry to let him go. They wanted to give his person the opportunity to come back and reclaim him. A lot of people didn't understand why they would even consider it since she did leave him in an airport, but the rescue felt that giving her some time was the decent thing to do. They posted updates on their Facebook page directed at Chewy's owner. They asked that people share the post in the hopes that his mom sees this. The incredibly kind and empathetic post then wrote that she was brave to leave. He will have a great life. They also made it known that if the woman wanted to come forward, they would allow her to reunite with Chewy. Their main priority was her safety. If she could get him back without risks, and if she had the means to care for him, they believed that they should be reunited. There were some that didn't think so until they read the letter left with Chewy in the bathroom stall of the airport. This showed how an act that can look horrible from the outside can be one of the bravest things that you'll ever see. When you hear the content of the letter, you can decide for yourself if you think she should have been able to reunite with her puppy. By then, the story had become viral. There was a lot of interest in Chewy, and each time the rescue posted an update on his story, it would go viral. His original owner likely wasn't the only one that had seen the story and was following it. If she came forward, it could have put her and Chewy in grave danger. So, as much as it probably hurt her, she never did reach out. At least she knew that he was safe and well taken care of, and that there were many people in the world rooting for her to succeed and one day have the opportunity to love another pup in a safe environment. After a while, with no word coming in from her, the rescue decided that it was time to put the puppy up for adoption. He had healed from the trauma he had been through and was now happy and lively. There were so many people who were trying to adopt him. It was heartwarming to see how much love was felt for this little innocent creature, but it made the rescue's job very hard. They had to choose just one person to take Chewy home. As they stated on their Facebook page, they had gotten hundreds, if not thousands, of applications, and the truth was that they could only approve one home for Chewy. Even if probably many of them would have been a great fit, they explained how grateful they were for the experience. We have been truly blessed with all the kindness and generosity that has been shown. It gives us the strength and hope to carry on our mission of gifting those that have no hope with a second chance. Chewy was adopted by a family that decided to remain anonymous, and he has a great life now. This story is about things not always being as they seem and about not judging others before you hear the full story. It sounds bad. A woman just leaving her 3-month-old puppy in an airport bathroom. But when you hear what she wrote in her goodbye note, it will make you cry. It will also make you realize just how brave she was. The heartfelt note began by introducing the adorable pup and expressing the owner's deep desire to keep him by her side. Tragically, she found herself trapped in an abusive relationship and desperately seeking an escape. Knowing the danger her beloved Chewy faced, she couldn't bear to leave him with her abusive partner, who had already harmed him. Tearfully, she recounted how her ex-boyfriend had callously kicked Chewy during a heated argument, leaving him with a painful knot on his head that likely required veterinary care. Despite her profound love for Chewy, financial constraints prevented her from bringing him along on her journey to safety. Instead, she made the heart-wrenching decision to leave him at the airport, hoping that someone would find him and provide the love and care he deserved. Her courageous act of removing herself and Chewy from a perilous situation speaks volumes about her strength and selflessness. Despite the anguish of parting ways with her cherished companion, she prioritized Chewy's safety above all else. We can only hope that she finds solace in knowing that Chewy is now safe and cherished, thanks to her bravery. Our hearts go out to her, and we fervently wish her a future filled with peace and happiness. What do you think of this Chewy story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.